So let's make it a presentation and start from the beginning. All right. ABCD of learning objective. A. A stands for audience, B for behavior, C for conditions, and D for degree. Let's move on. Audience. What do you mean by audience? Your focus is on audience, the learners. Whoever you train, whoever you teach, they are your audience. So to be more specific, if you teach a college course, your students are your audience. If you train a if you go and train a group of people in a corporations, your audience are the trainers or the trainees or the learners. Some training environment call their audience learners. So when you write the learning objectives, you tell them at the end of this presentation or at the end of this lesson, the learner should be able to, or you will be able to. When you say at the end of this lesson you will be able to, that you means the learners. So as long as you have the learners in mind, you are fine. Behavior. Behavior, what specific measurable behavior you want your audience to demonstrate. So let's stick to this topic instead of going to broader version of it. So behavior, you need to describe the task or behavior using a verb. Like for example, list is a verb, analyze is a verb. So be sure that your verb is something that can be, behavior is something that can be heard or seen. For example, you can say list 4 components of management as listed in your text, or you can say analyze business cases and recommend solutions. So analyze is a verb, list is a verb, and these are when you say observable, it's not that they're going to analyze in their mind or they're going to list in their heart. They will write in a piece of on a piece of paper. They will write on a computer screen and present it to you. Analyze business case, they also will read scenarios or business cases and they will recommend solution. They will come with many solutions and they will pick up the alternate, the best ones. That's how they recommend solutions. Conditions. Conditions is under what is given. Like if you said I'm giving them some notes or some cheat sheets or some job aid, then there's the conditions. So without look, condition also with by looking or without looking, that's also condition. So you say list 4 components of management. Right here example, list 4 components. I keep clicking on the wrong button. Okay, here list 4 components of management without referring to the text, or you could say list 4 components of management as listed in the text. So you have to set it up before the course starts. So at the end of the lesson, either they should be able to find what it is so they can look at the book, or they should be able to recite without looking at the book. Those are the conditions, right? More example, additional examples of condition is that by accessing, let's take this extra example of, okay, so by accessing Harvard Business Review, analyze business cases and recommend solutions to assigned problems. So what is the condition here? Condition is that by accessing the Harvard Business Review, in other words, they will have the Harvard Business Review journal in front of them, or they will look at it. There is something that you are giving them. So it could have different many examples. Like if you said the learners should be able to change a flat tire without referring to the manual, or the pilots will be able to fly a Boeing 747 without looking at the manual. Normally you expect that. You don't want an airline pilot keep flipping on the page and try to find how to fly it. So in other words, after you teach them how to fly, you want them you give condition that without referring to the flight manual, right? However, you can say by using certain criteria, you can say by using the equipments provided in the cockpit or something similar. So there's the conditions. Degree, to what degree or the mastery level you want them to achieve what you want them to achieve. So list four components of management with 100% accuracy. That's ABCD is done. Very simple, basic.